Hello everybody, my name is Alberto and I am the developer of Tabletop Fantasy War. This turn-based game is releasing next 6th of March, and today I want to walk through the gameplay with you, give you some advice, give you an overview of the game. Just for your information, you have a demo available in Steam and you can actually play the same levels I'm going to play with you right now. So let's move to the campaign. I have already created slot. I'm going to load that one, and the first thing you encounter, or actually when you start a campaign, you go directly to the first mission, but then you always come back to this units hall. In the units hall is where you can manage your unit groups. You start with these two different groups: a fully melee group build up of swordsmen and a fully ranged group build up of archers. These groups are perfect for the first mission. You can tweak them as you want. You could just remove some of the units and build it up with other units. So it is normally recommended to have uh, quite a lot of similar units and then giving the variety with some of the special units or some other units like tank units. In any case, you will see this as you progress. We will start unlocking other units. The tank unit has some shield that will help you with against more challenging encounters, like the fantasy creatures that you will find, and some offensive units which have a very strong melee attack. And yeah, well, you will see as you unlock them, every unit has some special skills and upgrades and modifiers that will help you to achieve or to complete the objectives. Another important thing is that every group has a development tree. As you can see here, I already spent some points. You start with 2 points, and they are actually not too many points. You need about 10 to 12 points to complete a development tree, and are very important. Mostly these upgrades that are related to creatures, because creatures are challenging encounters, so you need groups that can resist or can be very strong against them. So keep this in mind. And here for the melee group, I also already added one. If you have any doubt on what these skills mean, how to play, and so on, you can always come back to the game concepts menu. Here you have the basic informations for all the stats, the basic actions, the gameplay, the combat, and also abilities from the AI, which in principle you have no access to them. So you have here a proper description of what do they do. Okay, and finally, just the honorifics. This is just about experience. The more you play with the same groups in missions, the more experience they gain. And with this experience, they will unlock honorifics, and this will give them some special bonuses. So that's, I think, enough. Let's move to the wall map. This is the first mission. You will have different missions to complete, and you have an overview here. Important things, just you see these collectible rewards and the key encounters. Every mission, every map has different things. Here is telling you a bit what to expect. You will be able to collect 2 progression points in this map, and you will have these key encounters. These creatures are challenging, or these key encounters are usually those encounters that are more challenging, and then you know it beforehand so you can prepare yourself. And finally, the rewards, what you're going to get depending on the performance. And on the left you can see what do you have to do to get more stars. And I always recommend just read the hints and see if your groups are actually proper for what you expect here. So here we are going to need to use our swarmmen to counter the range groups, but we're going to see this in a moment. So let's move to the game. Every time you start a mission, you have some overview, like just explaining you a bit what to do, and yeah, some of the history or the plot comments are here. So just if you want to follow the story, just read them, and you also get some hints. Most of them at the beginning, they are more and more basic information. Then they are more related to how to achieve more complex objective. So I'm just going to skip them now. You can see here the objective. In red, the main objective, we have to conquer the Cork's base, which is this one over here, and we have to size the energy rift, which is this one over here. And this is a secondary objective, which is investigating this ancient rune, and it is secondary, of course, because these creatures are pretty difficult, mostly at the beginning. I don't think we managed to get rid of them at the very start of the game, so it's better to come back to this mission when you are more has progressed more on the game. So the game, you always start deploying your units. This is a bit like a tabletop idea. You place your army and you have these points here to spend. We only have 2 groups, but we have more points, as you can see. Well, this is just basically because if you want to achieve all the objectives, you probably need more groups. But that we will see probably later. So what I'm going to do is to set them in mobility. You can always change the formation, but you can only change it once when you start the game per turn. So what I did is to start with them in mobility. I'm going to be quite fast doing the things, just explaining them, but just showing you how you should play this map. So what I'm going to do is to move our melee group close to the fort, but away from this ice. This ice is because this group, it's in guard mode. When they are in guard mode, they cannot move, but if you cross their field of sight, you get automatically attacked. So I'm just going to place them close to here. Oh, another thing is that I have the settings to make the game a bit faster. You can always come here to gameplay and click on skip the movement and skip the player turn intro. If I don't do this, the units move 1 hexagon per hexagon, which at the beginning is fine, then probably want to be a bit faster. So now I have my units here, and what I'm going to do is to end my turn. In principle, in the campaign, unless otherwise, the unit groups of the Cork's faction, so the enemy faction, they just move, walk around, and they have like they do not pursue you unless it's set somehow in the objectives or depending on the mission. So if you keep far enough from them, you should be safe. But just be careful always with also creatures. If they are too close to you, they might attack you. So next thing I'm going to do is to set my melee group in defensive. Defensive mode increases a lot the evasion of your group, so I might get less hits from this group, but I need to get close to it. So now I'm going to move to them. They are going to attack us, but as you see, we got quite fine. We only lost one of our units, and now we engage the range group. What does it mean, engaging? Well, we are at 1 hexagon of distance. This group is engaged. When it's engaged, cannot be guarding anymore. So now I'm actually quite free to set my range group in offensive, move it to a better position. This group cannot attack me because it's engaged with the melee group, and now I could attack. But to be honest, you could do it even better. If I attack with this group and I do not get rid of them completely, they would counter attack me because they have distance. But what I can do is just to attack with this one, even though it is in defensive mode, so it's not in the best formation to attack. We still have some chance to hit, and they are only range. They are not going to counter attack me, so I can just do this. And as you can see, I got rid of 3 of them, which is fine, and now I can most likely finish them with the range group. As you can see, 70% of chances of hit because we are in offensive, we are on top of a hill, but the enemy group has also high chance to hit, but most likely it's going to die before it tries to hit me back. So we're fine with it. We can finish the turn and see what the enemy does. Usually they will only move units that are close by to you. So now we can move to the fort, and it takes 1 turn to conquer it. And I can already be moving my units. Yeah, moving forward. Because what I'm going to do in this run is to get rid of this one and also make a bit of a secondary objective, which is getting rid of this group, which is a bit more complex, more challenging, and get the progression point. Then we get rid of these ones and we go here. So as you can see, you will find that the enemy has more units than you most of the time, but if you have to play properly to get rid of them without casualties from your side. Okay, so let's end our turn. Okay, we've been a bit unlucky because this group moved very close to our group and then just got aware that we were there, so it attacked us. I was not expecting this. It's fine. Mostly in this mission, the first mission is not a big problem because there are not too many units per group. Okay, now we conquer the fort. So we got with conquering this fort, we free this group here. So we have this extra group now with us. What I'm going to do now is to get rid of this one. So we can charge here and we can set it in offensive. And now this group I cannot attack too much, only with one unit. You can see I don't do too much damage because most of the group is range. If I move this group now far away, since they are engaged, this is set in the concepts, I will get automatically attacked by this group. So there is a penalty here. If you are engaged, you cannot flee so easily. So best now is to just attack here and see what happens. Yeah, that was good. We got rid of them. So now we could continue moving. And now I'm going to just play through a bit fast without stopping that much on explanations. That was not the best move because now I'm giving the initiative to this group, but it should still be fine. I'm going to keep it in offensive. Actually, oh, maybe let's put it on defensive so they're not going to. Oh, okay. So it attacked this one here. As you can see, this group has a lot of shield because of the Slinger units do they have shield, which makes it quite stronger because shield points are consumed first and then units will not be defeated while shield points are in the group. So what I'm going to do now is to actually move my group a bit farther because then archers have more range than the range units here. So I can just attack from far. I made some damage here, it's good. Now I can set it in offensive and attack. I got rid of most of them. And just the final thing. Let me see if this is smart enough. Not great, but should be better. Should be okay. No. Okay, let's finish the turn. And now it's just basically going to suicide because if the group would have flee, I would have killed it, and if attacks me, it's the same. I get the point, and now the last part. So I'm already at distance. It's fine, I think. What we are going to do is to put this in defensive. Move close by. We're going to get attack. But still we are better. So just keep in mind, if you lose one of these groups, then they would not get the experience they gain. So it's always better to keep them at least with one unit if they are going to be before being defeated. So now what we can do, yeah, let's just attack directly with these ones. Just keep in mind, groups with shield points and monk units and this sort of units are quite resistant. So yeah, it will make your life a bit difficult at the beginning. Okay, we're almost done. Okay, move this one here. and this is going to be for it. Okay, I can move here, and yeah, victory. So when you end up a mission, you will see some statistics. I got 3 stars on defeated units because I got rid of 25. You can see here, if you do not defeat this group on the bottom, you will not get this one. I lost 6 units, I could have done better here. And the key point in this map, if you defeat some creatures, you will get to the 3 stars. But we unlocked the new group and we unlocked the shell bear unit. Here you can see an overview of what your 2 groups. So we engaged more and entered more in combat with the Mr. Sauron group, with the melee group, which this is why it got more experience. But that's it, so now we can leave. You go back to the unit hall, and we have our new group. This is a tank group, as you can see here. And this group has a very interesting skill. And I wanted to show you this before finishing. I'm going to get this skill here, and I'm going to make the range group to be good against creatures. So this group now has 2 additional points of damage per each range unit against creatures, while this group has a restoration ability. What I'm going to do also is to get rid of the Swarman, and we're going to make this group fully tank. This group has now 20 shield points and 50 of health, but it's not going to be very efficient on melee combat or any sort of combat. So it's going to be a tank group. But I just wanted to show you that with this configuration, we probably can play again this map, and we probably can get rid of some of the creatures. Let's see. And with this, I'll finish this. I think this gives you kind of an overview of the gameplay. And yeah, from here you can see that the game will start becoming more challenging. Different groups of units. Okay, I was too close, or luckily has not that much movement. But objectives and missions become different. There are more unit groups, more you have more or less points to use, so there is a combination of all of this which will make the game more challenging. So let's move our tank group next to the creature. We are now here. Let me just get rid of this because it's a bit annoying. So this is engaged. This group also have provocation, as you can see on the left corner, bottom corner of the screen. Provocation, which also means that if I could put a melee group, another group next to this creature, the creature most likely will still attack this group over here. So I would still be safe to put this group here without getting damage. But what I'm going to do now is to attack with our range group. Let me check. We are in offensive. You can see that it's 41 points of damage because of this upgrade we have here. So that's actually quite good. So we can hit and we start damaging the creature. I'm going to also bring the melee group here. But this is a bit risky, because if you would attack here now, I'm not going to get rid of the creature. I'm going to get back an attack, which is probably kill half of my group. So I better don't do it. To be honest, I better let the creature attack the tank group. And now this group attacks automatically because it's at the same distance. This is another thing. If you have groups at one engage with another, if this enemy group attacks here, it gets attacked for any group surrounding it. So that's why also it's good to have it like this. So now I can, if I want, use the recovery, so I get back the 10. And I attack again with the range group. And now it's almost done. So I can hit with this one. You see I'm gaining experience every time. That's also interesting. And I do believe might be over. No, that was not a good move then, because now I get some units lost. So better would have been wait another turn and do it properly, kill the unit properly. Again, this what I'm doing now, it's better to do it in a later stage. This is still a bit difficult, but you can see that it's possible. Depending if you play your units in the right way, it's possible to get to this rune and finish it. So I'm gonna leave it here, but just keep in mind that after doing this, you still have to complete the different objective. So yeah, that's it. You have available in the demo this first map, this second map. The second map is a bit different. The enemies will come from all these lanes and you have to defend. So in this map, you actually have to hold your position and they would move towards you. And then you have a third map to play, which is a bit, I think this is the most interesting. It is a bit more complexity than the first. It's a bit more calm and you have several different objectives to do. Keeping the maps in the small size because this game has small size maps. But yeah, that's it. That's what I wanted to show. You also have the multiplayer. Here you can play skirmishes against the AI. You have different maps to play with. And you can play online also. Okay, that's it. I don't want to make it too long. Thanks for watching, and the game, yeah, it's coming in 3 to 4 weeks. I hope you enjoy it. Just play the demo first, check if you like it, and if you like it, then go ahead. Thanks.